Ah, Jesus Christ, like the 50th time I died. That's it. Nope, no more, no more. Rage quit.
Conan noobs!
Well, hello there once again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to more Wargame European Escalation with the Dude Bros, Raptor and Lennon, taking the side of NATO, and against us on Pact is Sibbles, I believe, and Vinicus. We'll call Sibbles Seb for now, since I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce his name. But yes, welcome to the map Blitz, and welcome back. It's been a little while, and just as a quick announcement before we check out the enemy's layout, Lennon, unfortunately, has been sent to a gulag in Northern Ireland. Yes, he will no longer be doing maps with me as frequently as he once did, but don't forget he will be back every weekend to poon more noobs with yours truly. Yes, he started school, and so he'll be a little bit busy during the week, so we aren't playing as much as we used to, but don't you worry, we have plenty of games in the hopper for your entertainment. And speaking of entertainment, if you're entertained, if you want to be entertained, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you know what would be really nice? You know what what Lennon would really like? If below you were to leave a little comment to him saying hello and hoping for him to come back and wishing him well in school, please do that, because he's working hard. I know he is, and so it's very appreciated that he spent all of his summer playing games, and now it's back to working hard. So, speaking of working hard, the enemy's going to have to work hard to take us down. Look at what they have here. They have two sets of 4 T-62s on the right and more T-62s on the left. There's Malka artillery. Let's see, on the right you have Vinicus with his Mi-24As and UAZs, and on the left you have Seb with the Bucks and the Malka and the UAZs, and there's 2 scout points. It looks like they also have let's see, well, there's the Mi-24s. Not sure if I mentioned those, but no units are leaving yet, and it's strange because we've already sent our units out, but we'll keep an eye on it. Yours truly leaving 1 command vehicle in the rear, Gazelle going up towards Charlie, Charlie being a very important point of this map, center if you will. Attack notification from yours truly to attack on the right or the left. Definitely marking where I'll be scouting more than likely, or at least where the likelihood of an attack might be. Yours truly sending units to the left, multiple command vehicles along with ATGM and rifle troops, flak panzer as well. Lennon and yours truly sending up troops, just an ATGM group for me, but Roland's moving up along with Rise Patents. Let's take a look at some of these vehicles as they roll on through. Very nice. Oh, and they go right through the gate. That is very respectful of those troopers. Very nice. ATGM's coming up from the rear. Lennon also moving to the right to capture Echo with his command. Tow units, Recon, more tow, and Roland AA system moving up behind. On the left, we have Seb here moving to secure Gulf with T-62s, and on the right, it looks like Vinicus is doing the same, except he's bringing up multiple helicopters, UAZs, T-62s, and ZSUs as well. He actually has 2 UAZs in one group there, so he might split those off soon. AMX 10RC, little RC car zipping over to the forest to the right from Lennon, definitely to provide overwatch over that bridge, and also to see what he can see at Alpha. It looks like the Roland's also moving up with those Rise Patent and the M901 tow, which actually is a very good weapon, has 10 accuracy on it, so if the Soviets ever send over some heavy armor like a T-80 or T-72, it should be able to be breached no problem. Mi-2D moving in to capture Gulf, and the Gazelle spots it. T-62 is now moving in as well to roll in and secure Gulf even further, not only to capture it, but definitely will be hiding in the woods. And it looks like Vinicus's troops are gathering at Alpha. Looks like all of them have arrived now. T-62's parking in the woods, and it also looks like the ZSUs are kind of hanging out in the back just in case. Mi-24s will definitely be the first units up. In fact, he might even see those Rise Patents moving to the right. Lennon keeping his Roland in the rear just to see if he can entice the enemy out of their hidey hole. And it looks like there's a little bit of advancement from yours truly. VABs with ATGM troops moving towards the left side of Charlie, and it looks like the same going over to a hotel just on the other side, bringing in ATGMs, and the Gazelle keeping an eye on those T-62s. Interesting. Leopard 2A4, Rise Patton in the command group, or command vehicle from Lenin, sitting at Charlie, as well as some few reserve units in the rear. Roland and ATGM groups, and it looks like there's more ATGMs and tanks in reserve as well. Attack finally beginning on the right flank, and it looks like those Mi-24s have begun to fire. Looks like they're starting to hit the M901 ITW, destroying it. But the Roland retaliating now, firing at those Mi-24s, and it looks like the RC car is also going to be firing at those tanks that are crossing. One UAZ destroyed. Roland's not going to have a chance, no, and it's destroyed. Flak Panzers from Lenin going to be doing a little bit of work now. Let's take a look. Not a good day for those choppers if they don't take care of that Flak Panzer. They're moving a little bit too much to have accuracy. Looks like they're retreating now, and it looks like they're opening fire on perhaps the Flak Panzer still with their ATGMs. Cobra being brought up. Chaparral's being brought up from yours truly as well. Let's see here, anti-aircraft missile. And the great thing is this is a complete surprise to me. It's been a long time since I've watched these maps, so I have no idea what's going to happen on these map replays. T-62's coming up, Mi-24, one of them down. The TOW looks like it's about ready to fire again, but unfortunately, both of those are going to be taken down. I knew it. Oh, it looks like the Chaparrals are firing again. Let's see if they can hit anything. Secondary Mi-24 down. And it looks like those ZSUs are firing at the Cobras. Looks like we also have Chieftain, Cobra, and Chaparrals coming in. 3 of those, and it looks like that's it for that reinforcement charge. Let's go back to the left, see what's up. Looks like they've ordered an attack on the left to try to retaliate. Units being called in as well as the units advancing. Those Milan F2 will be able to engage them. Looks like we also have a Buck 1, M1 sitting near Golf. Back to Lenin then. He's definitely moving his command now, and those Chieftain are going to be ripping apart those T-62s. Great armor, but very slow. But unfortunately, those T-62s came within range, and they ain't got no problem because I don't even know if they lift, bro. They're going to get shredded. Another Mi-24 down. Rise Patton's coming in from the rear. Lenin completely encircling the enemy now, blocking off their escape route. They have really no choice but to just sit there and try to find the command, which they're not going to do. Mi-24 firing at the Rise Pattons. Rise Pattons getting ready to fire more than likely at the ZSUs. Only 2 of those left now, and a recon goes down from the Chieftain over there on the right. Flak Pans are getting ready to fire again, and it is firing at that Mi-24 that barely escapes. In fact, he's got 1 armor left. Incredible. Final ZSU is trying to escape, but there's no way it's going to escape those Rise Pattons. Batman rises, is going to take him out, and it looks like, come on now, let's see if they can get a hit. They're going to reload, and let's see what happens, bro. And there it goes. So that's it. On that right side, it looks like the enemy has nothing, and the right flank is completely open, and Lenin sees that, so he's going to rush troops slowly up to the border of, well, he's going to rush them up to the border, but then slowly advance into Alpha, which he should do. Back on my side, looks like we've got multiple T-62s coming in, a total of 5 with no reserves anywhere, so this will be the extent of his attack. And in fact, it looks like my Milan F2s are now out, so that is the end for them in their defense, unless they get supplies. 3 Chieftain Mark 5s moving in, and it looks like Lenin may possibly send over some troops. It looks like a Roland's getting ready to move over in this direction, so we'll have air support. Meanwhile, at the top, Malka Artillery, Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, is not firing on any targets. T-62s, more of those being brought in. Mi-24A just sitting back at base, not being repaired. You can tell this must have been one of our earlier matches. We've had better, but we've had worse. And every enemy is dangerous because you never know, even your own mistakes can lead to your own death. T-62 is finally crossing as the Chasseur from... Nope, looks like the VABs are firing now. Let's take a look. As those T-62s cross, it reminds me of the famous photo of Soviet troops withdrawing from Afghanistan. Go ahead and take a look at that on Google. Google that, some Soviet troops sitting on like a BTR or BMP as they pull out of Afghanistan. Very, very symbolic photo. Chasseur Fama moving to the corner of the forest now, getting ready to fire their heat. They do have 84mm anti-tank a shoulder launch type thing with them, and it looks like, wow, one Chasseur FAMA group completely obliterated from those T-62s, but the FAMA were able to get one T-62, and what's this? Lennon coming in from the right. Rise Patton's finally arriving along with some artillery shells. The Leo sitting in the back, and the Rise Pattons are going to do most of the work. Looks like he's lost 2 tanks, and now he's down to the final tank. That'll give you a total of 3 destroyed by Lennon's Rise Pattons. Alright, let's take a look at what's coming now. We've got more T-62s coming onto the battlefield. There's only the Buck sitting there. Artillery coming in as well, highly inaccurate, not even doing much, as it's not hitting accurately. It looks like the entire battlefield is ours. Once we take the left flank and the right flank, we will more than likely push on Delta or send in choppers or artillery to them to death, but the most likely scenario will be us continuing to advance. Looks like 3 of those Chieftain Mark V's are coming up along with Flak Panzers, and it looks like also the infantry, the Chasseur, at least the 10 that remain, are also loaded up in the VABs. Let's get a close look at this this Buck 1, shall we? Very deadly Soviet anti-aircraft weapon. It's a very strange looking thing, but you don't want to face that. No. Especially when you've got high-level choppers, that's definitely what you don't want to face. And it looks like a gin and tonic is coming in. Yes, the gin whatever. I don't care how it's pronounced, but it's the gin and tonic, baby. The burp gin and tonic. That's right. It's coming in. It is a AA and 8 TGM enabled helicopter. Only one of those. Not going to do much against those Flak Panzers or the Chieftains, especially with those Flak Panzers there. That's pretty much the end of it. Supply trucks coming in. Let's take a look at what Lennon's doing on the right. Lennon resupplying his troops and repairing them before advancing. Extremely intelligent move, because this will probably be his last opportunity to do so before crossing the river. And on the left, we've already begun to cross. Vabs up front, doing a little bit of scouting. Oh, those Vabs are definitely going to get that gin and tonic. And the Gazelle moving around as well. Oh, it looks like that Buck's going to fire at him. Their helicopter is down. Let's see if the Gazelle will survive, and it does not. Tragedy. News Chopper 7 is going down, and that is breaking news. It's a paradox, really. They can't report on their own crash. Very tragic. All right, well, that Buck is going to pay for what he did. Chieftains are now firing at it, all 3 of those, and a direct hit after the second volley. Mi-24A's coming in. Oh, those Vabs are going to roll up on that Mi-20 or the Mi-2D. Let's see if it takes off before it's taken out. Oh, I see the blade starting to spin. It tried to lift off, and nope, destruction. Nicely done, VAB. Nicely done. Multiple Mi-24s coming in now, a total of 3. Flak Panzers will most likely park and try to protect those tanks. As you can see, those tanks trying to get a little tighter to the Flak Panzers. Vabs are going to be moving to cover, and it looks like Lennon crossing in center, bringing up his Leos and his Rise Pattons, as well as a few more Rise Pattons from the right. And no crossing on the right, though, just a defensive position. So good. Lennon crossing in the center and defending on the right. Not too bad of a move. Let's watch what those Flak Panzers do against those Mi-24s. Looks like they're stunned. It's not going to be a good day. We might lose our air support. There comes an ATGM. Probably going to destroy one of those Flak Panzers, which it does. Secondary volley from the Flak Panzer. Very close range now. Targeting the helicopter in the rear. Critical impact. Stunned. ATGM coming in. Probably aiming towards the Chieftains. Ooh, close, but no cigar, friend. Flak Panzers continue to fire. Same with the Mi-24. Routing from the Flak Panzer. There comes another ATGM volley. Way off. Flak Panzer getting ready to fire once again. Let's go back to Lennon and see what's going on. Rise Pattons are stunned. Looks like he lost one of those in the advance against those T-62. The Leopard's going to have the Leopard is going to have a good day. It just destroyed the Buck, actually. And the scores are rather close. Let's take a look at the score. NATO at 1835, Pact at 600, yours truly sitting at 945, and Lennon at 890. He's definitely going to have an easier time destroying some of these choppers. Well, maybe not the choppers, but those T-62s are worth a lot. Mi-24 taken down by the Chasseur FAMA and Vab troops that were unloaded. Mi-24 also coming up behind. It looks like all of those survived from the volley from the Flak Panzer. The Leo sitting up here being fired upon by the Mi-24. Not much that the Mi-24 can do about it, but it's just taken a little bit of scratch to the paint, and it is stunned. The Shroom was brought up a little while ago, and did not fire on the Leo. Not very smart to keep him there. And oh, actually no, the Shroom was brought up. I thought it was already there, but it was just called in. So that's going to be a formidable weapon against the Leo that's being brought up again. Chasseur and Vab being moved into the woods is somewhat of a makeshift anti-aircraft system, if you will. It's amazing what those rifles can do at close range. Vab's now getting ready to fire at those. Rise patents are in need of fuel, but not damaged, and the Cobra is now firing at the ZSU. Very interesting that the ZSU... Oh, it is firing, I see, but highly inaccurate, and it's destroyed by Lenin's AH-1E. Rise Patton's also being repaired, and M113 bringing in more than likely the Dragon 2 troops coming in from behind. Chasseur Fama moving into the woods. Looks like the Shroom's moving up for reals now this time, and those Mi-24s are opening fire on the Leo perhaps, and the Leo has routed, but he is sitting there. Vab is also routed, and the Chasseur are routing, so a hard day for the left flank. Oh, it looks like the Cobra's targeting UAZs. Lenin loves to eat those for breakfast, and now Lenin has moved up to 925 to Raptor's 995. And wow, that was a close miss. A close hit? I don't know. Cobra missing, though, unfortunately, one of those UAZs, but definitely did hit one of those T-60. No, he missed the T-62. Interesting. These are high-level units. The Shroom is moving in from the left. It looks like Lenin's got to watch his Leo. He might not see that there. That Leo here, if it is hit, that is more worth at least, geez, I forget, 145 points minimum. And since it's upgraded a little bit, here comes the Shroom firing now at the Vab, completely missing. Shroom getting ready to fire again. Mi-24 is flanking right to try to get behind that Leo and see if it can target its weak spot. Roland firing. Rise Patents are going to fire. Oh, this is going to be the end of the game, baby. This is it. Shroom getting ready to fire again. Will they be able to get a final volley off before Lenin finishes off the last Mi-24? Nope. Lenin finishing with 1037 to Raptor's 995. Wow, nicely done, sir, as that final Mi-24 is taken down. So as you can see, we were fighting a 34 and a 4, but sometimes that just doesn't matter since, geez, we didn't even have all the units unlocked at this point, but neither did Vinicus. But they were good enemies, and it was a good game. As you can see, when your attack is successful, you want to continue advancing, but make sure that you scout that advance first before you go any further. I got a little headstrong on the left, but those chieftains arrived just in time to finish off the enemy if they had more of a defense, and they did not. And don't forget to use that artillery. If you buy it, use it. Otherwise, it's a waste. You might as well start with less points. So with that said, friends and fans, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Say hello to Lenin for me, and we'll see him soon. And this is Raptor for Lenin, reminding you to keep your password and that pimp hand strong, baby. Oh yes. Oh yes.